Today we were dominating everybody with this deck list, and unfortunately we didn't see too many of our win cons because everybody kept conceding. Okay, we absolutely cooked with today's deck list, guys. We cooked so hard that most people were actually conceding before we even got to our win con here today, and we sported a perfect 6-0 record, which is extremely rare to do in a video for me. But today's win con is going to be all around a brand new town from Final Fantasy, where we can actually use the adventure side to mill half of our opponent's deck list out. Now you're looking at this and I'm sure you're like, why are you running 4 of those? That's extremely expensive. How is this going to work? Well, simple. Mind Splice Apparatus. It's a very cool card that allows us to flash in and add an oil counter to every single turn. And those oil counters can be converted to colorless mana to add for those colorless pips to basically cast spells for much cheaper than they are. So our win con is really only going to be 2 blue pips, which is really easy to do in the late game. And we get to mill half of the opponent's deck list out. I actually was able to mill somebody out with over 200 cards the other day because half is half, you know. If it's 200 cards, you're milling for 100, which is really ridiculous. And then we're going to need at least one way to kind of finish that off. And Outrageous Robbery is going to be that card. This is another X cost card that you can pump as much Mind Splice mana into it as you want. And they're going to basically have 15 to 20 cards left when you hit them with the adventure, and Outrageous Robbery will do the rest. It'll clean it up, and it's a really nice way to win the game. And again, most of the time we have every answer we could possibly have for the opponent, and they concede before we get there, but it's really nice when it happens. We've also got some brand new cards, not brand new, but some cards back into the format like Syncopate, which are really good in the early game, but also late game with the Mind Splice Apparatus being able to pump X amount of mana into this. And then another Final Fantasy card here I want to talk about is Memories. I love this card in the deck because it's a great card advantage spell for only, you know, the 4 mana. But what's cool about this is it has a very expensive flashback cost for 7 colorless mana. And with the Mind Splice Apparatus, you're cutting down into that really well. And you're able to cast this basically from the graveyard for another 2 mana, and it's a very good draw engine in the deck. Lastly, we have Bargain that I want to talk about because this is another cheatable card here because it has Sultai mana, of course, but with all these 2 colorless pips as an optionary way to cast a spell, you can essentially get this out for free later in the game, making it the best draw engine ever if you can get it down for free. So it's really, really nice. But the deck was really awesome, and we went on an absolute run. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and we'll see you back here at the end. Peace. All right, guys, here we go. We got a great opening hand here. This deck has been really good to me today. We've been climbing quite a bit with it, and yeah, it's been really nice. I hope we can get this thing into the top 1500 sometime soon, because this might be my new like climbing deck. I don't know yet for sure, but I mean, so far it's been dialed in the lower 90 percentile up until this point. So we'll see what happens. Opponent on mono white might be pretty good with the sweeper here. Maze Mind Tome. I don't mind actually countering that. Stop their card draw early here as soon as we can. That goes to exile, by the way. Syncopate has been so good in the early and late game. I love that card, man. I forgot how good that card can be in standard. Welcome back to Syncopate. That's fine. That's a waste of a card basically against us. That is a waste of a slot. It's a pretty dead card. Ooh, I like it. We'll go grab... Yeah, let's do it. Let's go grab another land as well here. Yeah, we're definitely going to take another Memories. Memories is so good because it can be played as flashback from the graveyard for a ton of mana, but thanks to the Mind Splice Apparatus, that eliminates just how expensive it's going to be. All right, got ourselves the land, and we say go. A lot of creature removal here. Obviously, the opponent probably going to have a lot of sweepers. Oh, Exercise is good. Oh, I didn't expect to see a lot of artifact removal. I thought maybe Get Lost for sure, but that's tough. That's really tough. All right, let's go grab some more land again. I don't really want to use this as mana. I think the card draw is really going to win us this game. Because again, I think the opponent's going to be on a lot of sweepers here, and they're probably going to try to get down a couple Elspeths for the win and things like that. So I think the card advantage is going to be pretty big. I mean, Shieldred's Edict is not bad either, but end the turn, we'll give up a cut down. All right, we got a Syncopate for 1 here, which isn't going to hit, unfortunately. That's fine. Go ahead and scry away. All right. Do we play the land? I guess we probably should. I'd like to get, you know, half their deck, but I'm gonna draw into more of those. It's gonna be a later game situation. For right now, I'm just kind of, you know, making sure I hit my land drops, not having to downsize my hand at all. All right, that's gonna get him closer to the Ugin. That's definitely worth countering. Definitely worth the counter. And then we're gonna go ahead and hit the bargain here for the 4. Not ideal. Would have been close to pretty free here with the Mind Splice, but the opponent concedes. I get it. I'm kind of locking them out of the game here, and they're struggling to hit their land drops, so I feel bad, but GG's. Okay, well, this is horrible. We're gonna have to throw this one away. Let's see, 2-lander. Wow, I mean, I guess we can try. Let's hope we don't get mana screwed here. I do have a bad feeling about this, the way that you know, unfolded there with 1 land and 2. All right, hopefully it's not going to be landfall, because landfall is pretty fast. I do have a removal spell though. Okay, it's not landfall. I'm gonna wait and see what they try to cast here. I could syncopate it away for 1. I am gonna do that. Takes care of the mana ramp. I do love this Garnet though, man. I've been trying to build around this Garnet and these summons for a long time, guys. Let me tell you, it's not easy. I respect the hustle on their part. I do respect the hustle. Come on, I need 1 more land here. 1 more land. Let's see how they did theirs here. They got an enchantment that says when it enters exile. Okay. What an interesting brewing up here. Oh, I love the card. I hate the timing of it. I need a land, guys. I need a land. Oh, it's another one. Sure. Sure thing. Come on, game. Don't do it to me. You're doing it to me. You're doing it to me, man. Come on. We need at least 1 more land if we're going to play. You got to let me in here. Oh, no. Okay, that's interesting. I've not seen that yet. I'm going to take that out before they're able to flip it anytime soon. Taking 3, though, and we leave the Garnet on the field, which doesn't feel good. Let's go. We're in, guys. We're in. I'm going to go with the Mind Splice apparatus because it opens up Deadly Cover Up anyways. I don't need that 5th land drop. What does this do? Exile artifact, choose 1, return target creature card with mana value 4 or less from the graveyard, or exile this. Okay, sure. Not a lot of sagas here. You would think with Garnet they'd have some more sagas brewing up, but I mean, do we just go for it? I don't think so. I think we wait. I think we get greedy here, guys. There's a chance this gets exiled, though, is the thing. I have another one, though, obviously, but... All right. If they do bring back the Sarah, just hypothetically, they need 3 legendaries, right? 2 or more other legendaries. Yeah, so 3 total legendaries, and they can flip it. That definitely means they're running Yuna too, which is, again, it's very interesting because I ran a deck like this before too, and I've been trying to put it together, and mine doesn't have a lot of these cards. All right, let's do one of these. All right, got a land. Sweet. All right, so I've got 2, and then so black, blue. Play this. I still have mana for this. I think so, right? No, I wouldn't have double black sources here. That's unfortunate. So I'd have to go blue, blue then. Okay, let's do this. Did I already play a land? Hold on, let me see if I already played a land. I actually can't remember. I did, okay. So we need what? We need... I guess we'll take another Mind Splice. Makes everything easier on my life. And I don't really want to exile the memories from the graveyard, so I think I'm going to use my Deadly Cover Up and not exile anything. I don't really need to take out all their Garnets. I'm really not too worried with anything they got going on at the moment. Syncopate seems fine. And then which land am I getting here? Which land are you giving me here? All right, that takes care of that. And we still got Syncopate for 3. So They've got 7 mana though. Holy cow. I didn't realize how many land drops they've been hitting while we haven't had any. That's a lot. That is a lot. 2, 3, 4. They can stop my counter from happening here. Sure. Anything else you got? Nothing, huh? Okay. Ooh, some more counter magic and copy magic. Let's go find a kill spell for this. I need like a cut down. There it is. I'll take it. And then now I think they're pretty much locked out of the game. If I'm being real here, I can cut down their Fenrir, and then I've got, you know, counters for days. So I'm pretty sure this game's over. I'm gonna go for the mill to close this one out. And then what else are you gonna give me? I doubt they want to give me the edict here because they don't want their Fenrir to die, but it's gonna die anyways. There's really no way around it. So take that, play my tap land here, and say go. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. They're locked out. All right, counter, copy. Last card in hand, it's their last chance, and they can't play anything, which means it's another land. Bummer for them. Good for us. Let's mill half their deck list here. Ooh, gave them some help there, though, on that one. That's fine, though. Again, I've got too many counter spells for them to actually even resolve anything, so we're chilling. I could also cast Memories for 2 from the graveyard now, too, which is ridiculous. These are actually all free as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so that's gone. All right, yeah, this is over, guys. I've got a bargain for free, which I forgot to play last turn. I forget because it's not highlighted anymore. It doesn't highlight anymore once it becomes free. That's my mistake. I should have actually cast that and got 2 more cards. Good win, though. Good win. All right, another absolutely crazy starting wild hand here, guys. I don't think we can keep it. This is a lot better. Good removal. Yeah, we're doing this. We're doing this. Hopefully we don't need to cut down too soon here. It looks like we might. And I drew another one, so I guess I'll give myself the option to play it. It's mono red. If they don't play another spell here, we know what kind of mono red player they are. Okay, good. I'm so glad it's goblins. I thought it was going to be that Discover deck that goes, you know, absolutely off the charts after a couple of turns. I'm glad it's not that, because I didn't have a counter spell in hand. If I did have a counter spell in hand, I would have been feeling okay about that. I may have to use this for land, I know that, but it's just like I've got 4 of them, so all I really need is 1, maybe 2. There's the show off. And they have the priority here. Good chance they pump this to get out of range of my cut down here. It is what it is, though. If they don't pump this, that means it's a burn spell. Yeah, it's a pump spell. All right. All right, we'll take 5, sure. You know what? Let's play this taps. Let's take care of this in the yard. All right. Top 1500 player, by the way. Starting to give us some real competition at this time. We've won too many games in a row, I think. All right, cool. Lion Splice is going to land. They have no more creatures. I guarantee their hand is just filled with pump spells then. All right, we'll take, oh, a finality. A finale, not a finality. A finale. I think I'm going to take that. That's eventually going to be, you know, the nuts. Once the Mind Splice gets going. I probably should have been thinking a little bit more short term and grab that cut down because of the matchup, but I'm greedy, guys. I'm greedy. I'm looking for the future here. I just feel like I already have an instant speed, you know, 1 mana spell I can cast here to answer another creature if they do happen to top deck one. Can't believe I forgot to play my bargain last game. It's because, again, it grays out once it's already been maxed out, so. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 mana next turn. let's see if they think they've got this. See how much they overcommit here to their show off. They know about the cut down, so my guess is that they're not going to pre-pump the show off until I react. So I don't think I'm going to get much more value out of it attacking into us here. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Maybe they manifest dread though. No, but they are going to get a detective token. That's fine. Sure. So their intentions are to fling their creatures to my face. You really hate to see it. All right, I'm going to play this though, and I'm going to play it for cheap. Only 2 mana. Another one of these is fantastic. And I guess I'll take another Mind Splice Apparatus to build up to a bigger revelation here. Eventually reshuffling, you know, these back into my deck and then redrawing. That's the goal, guys. All right, so we're going to play this because it's sorcery speed, and then we're going to play the Edict on anything the opponent wants to play after that. I am electing not to play my Apparatus, though, this turn. Goodness gracious. How lucky is our opponent here to get a 3rd show off? You know what? I think I might just let this hit me for 1 because it puts the onus on them again where like they've already decided it's only going to hit for 1. So do I let it get through? I think so. I'm going to wait till they do something with it because 1 damage is nothing. And if I Edict this and they manifest dread for a creature with 2 power, I mean, that's feeling pretty bad to me. Let's wait till they overcommit to it this time, and then we'll decide to take it out. I'll take 1 all day long. Go for it. See, now they overcommit a little bit. Sure. Do I let them have that? Because they still have 2 mana. I really wish that they would commit to the board here. You know what? I think I'm going to let them have that. And I'm just going to play this, and I'm going to skip to the next phase really fast to make them think that this was all I was holding on to. A little bit of mind games here, guys. I'm going to skip ahead now and make them think that that's all my priority stick was. So they maybe commit more to it here. Ah, they don't though. They don't. Do I just take 3? Sure. Another one? Oh my gosh. At least now if I use this, it can't be manifested. You know, they can't do the manifest dread thing. I know it's post combat damage. This is looking a little bit weird, guys. I'm fully aware of how weird and unclean this is, but I still think it's the right way to go about it. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2. So I can do this for 10. Untap 5 mana. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. Here we go. All right, we got plenty of kill spells now. Plenty of kill spells. Let's take a, or actually I got 1 kill spell and counter spells. Okay, and sweepers. Okay, sure. Let's take a look at their hand, I think, yeah? Yeah, let's take a look at their hand. Let's stop them from being able to overpump their creature here. That's annoying. This is really annoying. We might die here, guys. I'm trying to think. No, I've got syncopate actually. We're okay. We're okay. Yeah, we're okay. Only because I have syncopate, we're good. I can counter the slick shot before it even hits the battlefield. We're fine. I could hit it with a cut down and then counter whatever they try to pump it with. Maybe I can get some more cards out of their hand that way, but I think I'm just gonna syncopate this away. I really don't care. I don't care for it. We got 5 mana for free here. Pump the whole thing into it. Yeah, GG's. Okay. Yeah, we had that one won so many different ways. They didn't even let us mill them out. Nobody's going to let us mill them out here, which is unfortunate. GG's. Man, that last opponent got really lucky. I'm thinking about it now. I cannot believe they found that fourth slick shot show off. That's crazy. All right, hopefully we can find like a caretaker's talent with this or like a Elspeth. Let's see what happens. Ultima? Yeah, that's a problem. That takes care of the apparatus. Talk about a hard counter. Holy cow. Talk about a hard counter to our deck. Ultima. Well, I've got to make sure I've got syncopate ready to go for when they try to cast that. All right, 1 more land. Can I get 1 more land, please? Please and thank you. Sure. I can't cast anything on their turn though, which is a bummer. Another Mind Splice apparatus is pretty cool. I think I drop it though. Man, do I drop this? Is that dumb? I think that's dumb to drop because what if they pull off that Ultima on us and we need another one? I don't know. I will be taking care of this though. This seems like the CGB deck list that was just dropped today. So I think that's their very last Voice of Victory. But then again, I don't think Ultima was in his build, was it? I don't know. I saw it earlier today. I took a look at the list really quick, but all right, end the turn. I don't think that was in the deck either, so this is definitely something different. All right, we got Syncopate now to protect ourselves. So pass the turn. We're not gonna, tap any mana down here. We want to make sure our Syncopate's ready to go for the Ultima. Voice of Victory. Okay, yeah, they're definitely not playing the one I thought it was. Okay, I'm gonna get Mind Splice down now then, because clearly Ultima's not the move. Because we can't play spells once this is on the battlefield. A third victory is crazy. Is the shuffler, like, does it seem like it's a little weird right now, or is it just me? Does the shuffler seem okay to you guys? I just don't know. I can't play any spells on their turn unless this is gone. I have to do this, which is such weak sauce, but at least it's only 2 mana, I guess. That is so weak though. But I gotta make sure I'm able to counter and stuff on the opponent's turn. I can't leave myself exposed here. Yeah, I think we counter that. GG's, yeah, they're locked out, man. There's nothing they can do. I countered that and then even get a copy, I think. Yeah, I get another copy of the Mind Splice. Nobody's gonna let us mill them, man. It's crazy. I was milling people left, right, and center before we started recording too. All right, I really hope our opponent lets us get late enough into the game to maybe potentially mill them out. But this hand, I mean, we don't have any black sources because the Verge doesn't count. But I do have some means of drawing cards later with the blue. I'm hoping this will get us there. We'll see. The Verge is only blue right now. Okay, cool. Not super aggressive. Counter spells are looking more important than, cut down at the moment. Could be some graveyard self-mill nonsense. See what happens, man. I only have 2 more of these too. Shuffler is just on my last nerves today. All right, I can't do anything about that, but at least I have. Okay, so I've beaten this deck a couple of times today, but it was tricky. You got to time the betrayals to exile the graveyard at the right times, and you've got to make sure you're ready to counter when they've, when they're ready to pull the trigger on the reanimation. I really hope I can just 3 steps ahead draw and discard though, because our hand looks so bad. This is a dead card. I really hate giving up 3 steps ahead though, just to draw cards here when I need it probably to counter something. I am going to counter that because they just used up a treasure to use that, which means they missed a land drop, and they only have 2 lands now without the treasure, so they're cooked. Oh my god, you're testing me, game. You're testing me. All right, I'm not too worried though about having mana open this time around because the opponent's only got 2 lands. I cannot believe I'm using a third one of these capitals. Like, what is the shuffler doing? Like, what is it even doing right now? Did the shuffler go home on break? I don't understand. This is insane. Surely I have another land that's not a capital. Sure, a third. I have 3 apparatuses and 3 capitals before I find any regular lands. That doesn't seem normal, but you know what? Neither does them only having 2 lands, so I guess it's a win, and I should not be complaining because the opponent's in a much worse position than I am right now. I'm counting my blessings on that, trust me. I mean, GG's. That was another bit of a non-game thanks to the shuffler on both ends. We'll take the win though. We'll take the win. All right, I get to go first. Hand looks suspect again. Only 2 lands. Something tells me we're getting mana screwed on this one if we keep this. Also, I have a really bad gut feeling if I take a mulligan what this is going to also look like. My only indicator here is that it's probably Yuna though, and the Graveyard Hate does take out that Yuna. I'm going to keep it because of that. I'm literally rolling the dice on this, guys. On a gut feeling on the sleeves. This is why you don't want to give up any information on your sleeves because, you might give a little too much info. And I think the Betrayal could be really good here if they have graveyard stuff. All right, doesn't look like Yuna, but it is graveyard. I guess my gut was kind of right. I guess it was kind of right. All right, I'm going to hold Syncopate here. case they want to do that whole 2-mana discard effect. Yes, dude, we hit our land drops. I can't believe it. I'm actually so gassed up right now. That's awesome. Whew. Stressed out for a minute there. All right, so they've already got their big boy in the yard. They don't really need a discard here, but they go seize the spoils anyways. Is that worth countering just to stop the treasure and they force a discard there? I think so. I love countering seize the spoils because they have to discard a card to play the spell, and if they don't get the card draw back, that's just such good card advantage for us. And then this next turn, they're gonna have 4 mana potentially for the Zombify, so say goodbye to your graveyard. Still don't love this though, not gonna lie. All right, come on, give me something good. Land and Mind Splice are fantastic. Okay, Mind Splice ready to go next turn. Little late though, little late. Gonna hang on to that actually, because I have the Mind Splice ready to go and they missed a land drop or something here. They missed doing really anything that last turn. I can't stop it. Unfortunately, I cannot stop it. Here we go. Here we go, brother. 1 Mind Splice token. Oh, there we go. Now we're kicking. Syncopate, man. Syncopate is so good right now, man. I love the card so much. All right, they're going to kind of help us mill out, though, which is nice. Self-milling decks are nice to go against for that reason. Are we trying to reanimate the Atali? Because it ain't happening. 1, 2, so I need to do this for 3. Do that for 3. I guess I should have just done the full amount. You know, I should have done the math there, but I wanted to leave some mana open for some other options, but there really was no other options for me there. We like that, especially because I don't have another counter here, so I guess let's do it. But they could draw and discard a card right now off that Volt and just, you know, make me look silly from that. I should have gone with this for, you know what? I should have done this first and then that, but oh well. I could end up hitting a counter spell off of this too. That's always a possibility. Yeah, that was a mistake. I should not have done that. I am regretting it because here comes another big boy in the yard. Yep. That's actually one I don't mind them reanimating though, and I just hit it with Shielder's Edict. They don't get the value off of it because it has to deal damage to me to get value. And we're eating Dino's lunch right now. Ooh, okay, I guess I can try. Might as well try to counter that, right? Let's try to counter it, see if we can find it. Nope. Nope. Those are not counter spells. Those are not counter spells, my friend. Hopefully they get something that costs X here that they can't cast with the Atali. That seems to happen a lot when they get the Atalis down. Nope, they get a really good card. And Brotherhood's End, it's not enough to blow up my apparatus, thank goodness. All right, they're just gonna get a bunch of cards. I mean, that's really bad, but it's not terrible. I'm almost in position to really start hurting them here with the milling. Oh, they took my... Wait, how'd they get that? How did they get that? I'm so confused. I thought they got the memories. Am I crazy? Did they not grab the... I gotta rewatch that. I want to see how that happened. I'm so confused how they got that card. I mean, so be it. It is what it is. That does really stink, but I thought the memories was what they grabbed from us, so how did they also get that spell? Huh. I don't know. I don't know, but I don't like it. All right, you can have this one, I guess. Or no, you can have... Yeah, it's a tap land. You can have the tap land. All right, Shieldred's Edict, might as well. Dang, dude, they self-milled me. That's crazy. How did they get that card? I'm still at a loss right now for that, but whatever, I guess. Pass the turn. What'd they end up milling out to, by the way? They got 1 apparatus. They didn't get my finale. Did they get my finale? They did not get my finale. Oh, we can shuffle our entire deck right back into our graveyard back into our deck here. That's good. We're fine. Just got to draw into a finale here. All right, try something big here. There we go. That's what I needed. That's what I needed. Oh, they can't. I can't counter it. Nice. Uncounterable. They got the Cavern of Souls down. Very good. Cavern of Souls. Oof. I can counter that, though. I can counter that, though. All right. Should I just outrageous robbery their deck right now? I don't love that for me, but I could get some value off of that. Maybe some removal spells. I don't know. They really only run like Bitter Triumphs and stuff like that. I don't really need to do that, I don't think. Okay. So this is only going to cost 1. And we get what? There's our finale. Let's go. We needed that. And a Shieldred's Edict just to keep me safe here. The rest can go to the graveyard. And let's just say I run the finale here. 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3 plus the 4 is only 7. Not enough. Not enough. Okay, well, I guess we do this. Right? We do this. Let's take one of these because it costs 6. And then we're gonna take out what? What don't we want to see the most? I think I hate to see this the most, obviously, right? There we go. Takes care of all that nonsense. All right, and then we Shieldred's Edict whatever they want to zombify back next turn. Anyways, we'll whatever one they get here. Okay, and then we finale next turn, get back our entire graveyard back into our deck, and then we're fine. And then we can start looking to mill them out here. We should actually be able to mill them out next turn because finale is going to be able to reset everything here. We're going to untap 5 lands. We're just going to go absolutely crazy. All right, that's annoying for sure. They draw a card. I can't really do much value by, you know, hitting it with an Edict. But it still might be worth hitting it with an Edict. I know they draw another card here, but it's not like, I mean, what if I draw into another Edict later and I have to, you know, pull the trigger on it twice? I would hate that. All right, let's go. So finale, we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my God, we missed. We missed on it by a little bit. We missed on it by a little bit. Wow. We missed on it by 1 land here. Shoot. Okay. I've got to do this. There's no way around it. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Okay. That's brutal. That's brutal, man. All right. What can you do? Let's go duress here. Take out their Zombify. They still have Arachthos joins up. They're gonna bring this back. Do I really care? I mean, ultimately, I just gotta survive 1 more turn, right? They're gonna hit us for 7. No matter what, they're hitting us for 7 here. What I care about really is them not being able to do damage just from getting extra dinosaurs from their deck. Cut down doesn't really help. Okay, so I guess we just surveil here. That's a good card. We keep on top. 7 cards left in my deck. We're not worried about that. Here comes Zombify. It's gonna bring back the hasty one, I think, unless they play the other Tyrant here, and that's fine too. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, 30 cards left in their deck. This should be pretty easy to robbery them here in a few turns. Okay, here comes the real damage though. How bad is this gonna be? How bad is this gonna be? Oh, they whiffed. I've never in my life seen this Galta miss, or this Gishath. I've never seen it miss. That's crazy. Running light on dinosaurs ever since we exiled all the Zatalis, huh? All right, here we go. We're ready now. We're ready to hit this for 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. And then 2 additional mana. Perfect. All right, hit this for 10. That's for starters. Bang! Let's go. Now we got to find a sweeper. We didn't hit a sweeper. Wow, we didn't hit a sweeper. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. I mean, we still got him here though, right? With the mill. Let's see. So if I hit the mill for 2, let's hypothetically say we go 1, 2 here. Mill them out half their deck. It's gonna be what, 14 cards, and then 1, 2. How many of these? Hold on. I have to see, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not too sure what I've got working with here. I guess I don't have it yet. I don't have it yet. We're close though. We're very close. Let's do this first. Yeah, we'll take you. This could be good. All right, this could be good. Now we just got a Shielder's Edict and then exile their graveyard. And we should be all right. Unless they get another Geshath, though. That'd be bad. Guess I could counter it, though, with that Syncopate. Yeah, we're fine. We're chilling, I think. I think. Start with this. Do that. Then this. You're gone. Exile their graveyard. There will be no more reanimations this turn. 28 cards left. So many things gone. All right, so now they've got to play from their hand here, and we're gonna just say pass the turn. Syncopate whatever they try to play here for 6, potentially 8. I can syncopate for 8. Oh wait, they've got the Cavern of Souls though. Did we not learn our lesson? I guess not. Can't syncopate the dinos. Let's hope it's not Geshath, because that would be bad. That I can syncopate though. Actually, I think I'd rather counter. Counter and copy. I like that. I like that. They should have just played a dino straight out because it can't be countered, you know? This one can be countered though because they already used the mana. Let's go 5, 6. And that'll do it. That'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. That will do it. All right, so we'll hit them for half their deck. Takes them to 13. And then we got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, we only have them for 12. I think I didn't play a land yet, though. I think we had them for exactly 13. Either way, it was 1 card or, you know, or 0. We had them pretty close. GG's.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizzy, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap, yeah.